Nothing. 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 Nothing, but I just will say that this is 6th century BC. 2600 years ago. Wow. But anyways, no comments? Nothing. 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 More nothing. 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 Not a thing. Not a thing. And nothing. And not a thing. For me to, on all this, and not say a word. Not a thing, man. Not a goddamn thing. Not a nothing. And nothing. Oh yeah, this is in Copenhagen. I forgot to say that. But I yap too much about this stuff, so I just wanted to make a video where I actually just about to say a lot of things that I really want to say, but then I don't say anything. It kind of makes it sometimes more interesting to yap without yapping. Speak without talking. And then we have busts. Okay. Or we can make facial expressions. Try to make a video. Whoa. Okay. Greece, Grecia, or Elada. Elada is the Greeks' Hellenistics, which I believe Elada actually means the land, the people of the Hellenistic peoples, or the land of Helena, Hellenistic tribes. Oops, I'm talking too much. Nothing. Nothing. Actually, I do want to go to one room, which is kind of interesting, but also creepy at the same time. It's kind of like the room of heads. The room of heads. Bunch of heads looking at you like they're alive. Oh man, it's really hard to shut my head. I do like to talk a lot about these things. Wow. Cheers. This is something. Wow. Oh, wow. This actually is something. I didn't even see this room earlier. Wow. By the way, yeah, this is Copenhagen. I could go for days and days history, especially Roman Empire, 476 AD and going down and further. But here's the weird room of a lot of heads looking directly at you. Really, really, really kind of weird. Creepy almost. A little, I don't know, unsettling, I'd say. When you're going through them, talking about the gladiator, Lucius Verus, which I can also go for days and days. But a lot of those elements from that movie Gladiator, about 180 Anno Domini, is full of inaccuracies, but it's Hollywood, who cares? Commodus was never a little teeny weeny wimp of an emperor. He was an evil man, but he was also apparently 6 feet tall in 180 AD. Who was a tyrant, probably equivalent to a Stalin of the antiquity. Murdered people for fun and died, not in a gladiatorial arena, but the same year or later. He died about 12 and a half years later. I believe on what would later be known as Christmas Day, I think 192 Anno Domini, is when the nutcase Commodus died. Commodus was actually worse than both Caligula or Nero and a lot of others, simply because he was actually intelligent compared to Nero and Caligula, who were completely insane. Commodus actually knew what he was doing. He was just, I won't say like certain other people who are in charge right now. I'm not going to name them, but anyways, yeah, Commodus was not a fool, just a crazy fool. He was insane, and he was, you could say, evil, but far from always. Lucius Verus Emperor. And interesting. But whoopsie daisy, I spoke too much. I know, I like to yap about history, and boy, I love it, but sometimes I will say, not that I already started talking. By the way, this museum here in Copenhagen is surreal. Check this out. We were talking about Commodus. If Commodus could come here and, or any of these guys, Nero, Hadrian, they could come here and see this. They would most definitely be confused, thinking that this is pretty much the actual place from, first, 2nd century AD. But yeah, I mean, just to look at this is pretty damn spectacular. So this is left here. Wow. Anyways, quite a sight to see. Especially for someone like me who's from a Roman Empire nut, if you want to call it that way. But just to say one more thing, in defense of my low budget, ultra micro budget garage movie, 476 AD, chapter 1 or 2, if nothing else, it is accurate, way more accurate than a lot of other Hollywood movies. By the way, in my book, or chapter 1 in the movie 476, last slide of there is I represent Valentinian III, played by Igor Gallo, as one of the emperors who... So what you see in the movie Gladiator from 1999-2000, that actually, Commodus, that is presented in that movie, was actually Valentinian III in 451-52 AD. And a jealous, kind of a wimpy jealous emperor who was completely jealous of a general who was respected way more than any emperor ever. Was a situation between Valentinian III and Flavius Aetius, the general Flavius Aetius, who was the last of the glorious Roman generals. And he was actually murdered in a disgusting way by a jealous little wimpy Emperor Caesar Valentinian III, because he couldn't stand the fact that he was not beloved, little wimp was not beloved by Rome as the actual people of Rome beloved their general. So what you see in Gladiator, between 180 and 182 circa, which is also inaccurate. Commodus didn't die in 182, that was BS. But anyways, what you see in that movie actually happened about 270, 280 years later, in the 450s. So between 451 and 476 AD. So just a little thing I wanted to say. So.